My name is Billie Guthrie, and I am a Social Security disability attorney with Deuterman Law Group. I started at Deuterman in November of 2023 after being in private practice for the previous 10 years. And at that time, I was also practicing Social Security disability law. So it's been pretty much my main area of legal practice since I got my law degree and passed the bar. I grew up in Blacksburg, Virginia, in the New River Valley in the beautiful Blue Ridge Mountains. And right there is a piece of art that my cousin made that shows our state and a little bit of Hokie colors, which Hokie football was like a huge part of my life growing up, and all Hokie sports. I was pretty whimsical as a young woman. Some might say I continue to be, but I went to 3 different undergrad universities until I figured out what it was I wanted to do, and then I stuck with it, and I ended up graduating from Appalachian State University, and I got a bachelor's degree in social work, which then allowed me to get my master's degree in social work, which I did a couple years later. It allowed me to do essentially an expedited, accelerated master's program. And I got my MSW from UNC in 2003. And then, after many years of being a social worker and being really happy in the field and invested in my work and my work with communities and my work with individuals, I started to really recognize that the law and policy has such an impact on people and their lives. And I was where I was struggling sometimes to help my clients as a social worker. I knew if I understood the law better, or if the law was changed, or if policy advocacy was done, I could potentially, help more people and help my individual client, but preferably more people. But I decided I was going to try to go to law school, and I did. And I went to North Carolina Central University. I attended their evening program. And so I continued to work during the day as a social worker, and I was earning my JD through evening classes. If someone that I went to elementary school or middle school with met me now, they would probably be surprised to know that I'm an incredibly spiritual human being. Maybe not in the sort of normalized sense of the word. I don't go to church every week, but I do commune and convene with God, what I consider God, every day. It's very important to me. It's important to my mental well-being and my mental health, but I think it also helps instruct me and inform me in being a kinder human being, and being a more ethical human being, and in my work with people day in and day out who are struggling. It's important to me to take a minute and step back and to meditate and to pray and to sort of put all the goodness out there that I can. And there's another thing on my wall, which is really important to me, which is the lawyer's prayer. And I say it often. In my spare time, I love to fix my home. I bought a home a couple years ago, and it has, one of my requirements was that I wanted a little bit of land. Well, not a lot, but a little bit. So I have about half an acre, which is pretty tiny, but I have 5 gardens on it. And I have really cultivated those gardens from scratch. I had a tiller out there, and had a vegetable garden and a butterfly garden. So I spent a lot of time in my yard. I spent a lot of time with my animals. They are incredibly entertaining. I have a blind ginger, furry, long-haired cat named Brother who will get into anything and everything. And I have a little Boston Terrier named Sydney. She's about a year old, and she brings just all the spunk and fun and entertainment. And I have a 3-year-old named Roxy, who's a little pitty mix. I also going back to spirituality. I try to meditate regularly. I try to move my body intentionally through yoga. And then some days when I just have way too much pent up, I go play volleyball, which is something that I'm really grateful to still be able to do as I get older. And yeah, I would say there's 2 things that I absolutely love about Deuterman Law Group. And then it's a much longer list, but if I had to boil it down to 2 things, it is this: as someone who had been in private practice or in business in partnership with one other attorney for about 10 years, one of the things I treasure the most is the community. And that means it kind of feels like family to me, and it did almost sort of immediately. It was just a feeling that I had, that I knew that these were really down to earth, humble human beings that I could relate with, and we could connect on all kinds of levels, but particularly around wanting to do the best thing we can do for our clients. And the other thing that I love about Deuterman is just the intelligence. I mean, some of the smartest attorneys I've ever met, I've met through Deuterman because they work here. So those are the two things that I think I value most about Deuterman.